I'd like to first start off by wishing everybody a very joyous, happy new year. It's always great for me, year in and year out, to speak to you once again and offer up my thoughts on how this past year went. I am also very thankful for you folks who continually come back to GameboyTV to watch a new video, whether it would be about a video game or a vlog, or in more serious terms, my journey documenting this pandemic with the COVID-19 Chronicles. Being thankful, that's certainly something that many would associate more with Thanksgiving. But truth be told, every single day is a day to be thankful for. Thankful that you are living and breathing. Thankful that you have a roof over your head. Thankful that you have food to put in your body. If this pandemic doesn't serve as a reminder of that, then I don't know what is. Everybody has their own opinions about this virus. In fact, if you were to watch, especially my early episodes of the COVID-19 Chronicles, I made it clear about my own personal thoughts about how this pandemic was handled. But no matter what side you are on, whether you are conservatives or liberal, if you are Democrat, Republican, whether you are someone who is very worried, overly worried or concerned, or whether you carry on like there's nothing to be afraid of, one thing is true. There are many families around the world that have been changed forever. Many families have had to face the reality of not having a loved one or loved ones present for Christmas and New Year's. And death is a part of life, and death is something that is also part of a pandemic. The topic of death is never easy to talk about, so I'm not going to really elaborate on it too much. But if you think about it, pandemics would not exist if the novel virus causing that pandemic didn't kill. I realize hearing this coming out of my mouth is not easy to swallow, but it is a fact of life that not everything is always fair. That's why as we head into 2021, let's make it a goal to be more careful, to be more vigilant, to be selfless. It's true that COVID-19 is not as fatal as the media was making it out to be back in April and May, but too many people are getting sick all at once. And the last thing we as citizens want to do is to cripple our hospitals and overstress the medical personnel who have had to kick it into high gear. I mean, recently, many of you have heard of the new variant that originated in the United Kingdom is now a bit of a more aggressive version of the virus. Patience is also another big quality. Patience as in, yes, patience is a virtue. And that is something that I urge you viewers to possess as well. I know everyone wants things to return to normal again, but that's not going to happen for a long while. A vaccine is on the horizon, and while it's not going to end the pandemic right away, it will quell a lot of the tension that has mounted over the last year. It's an uphill battle and a marathon all at the same time. But we will reach the finish line one day. As the wise saying goes, don't bite off more than you can chew. So do not expect that you get vaccinated, and that doesn't mean you should take off your mask and, go about carrying like it's, pre-pandemic, right? We still have to, abide by protocols, as in an effort to protect the people who are especially vulnerable to this virus. So we have thankfulness. I mentioned briefly selflessness and patience. I think those are three perfect qualities that everyone can adopt to be able to get through 2021. Yes, I believe it is 2021 smoothly. If 2020 was the year where we had to adjust on the spot, then 2021 is the year that we finally adapt to this new normal, or rather a new abnormal. Since we know how to get our way using virtual technologies from the likes of Google Meet and Zoom, once we start lifting restrictions, we have these practices to resort should another pandemic get in the way. I may be one of only a handful of people that think this upcoming year is going to be a great year. We may have to endure turbulence for maybe the first part of 2021, but I think we will see a lot more positives than all the unfortunate and bizarre happenings of the yesteryear. Thank you everyone for sticking around, and as I've said many times in my videos, don't forget to thank a doctor, a nurse, and anyone else who has had to work plenty on the front lines of this pandemic. In fact, I'm fortunate to come from a family where several relatives living in America and overseas in the Philippines are involved in the medical profession. And don't forget to also check out my latest video of my original song, A New Year's Toast, the 2020 edition, which you can find on Mark Joe Music. And to end this short video, I'm going to do something bold that I never thought that I would ever do. And that is, I'm actually going to retire a little early tonight and sleep through the ball drop for once, instead of staying up till midnight. Hey, if we had to turn our lives upside down and inside out, I think missing the ball drop for 1 year wouldn't hurt, right? Happy New Year.